This video is made possible by Max at Naperville Cadillac. Naperville Cadillac offers no BS pricing, meaning what you see is what you pay. No hidden fees, the way car buying should be. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2022 Cadillac Escalade. Up front is a 6.2 liter V8 and down below is a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here Cadillac Escalade for a couple of reasons. First of all, this is my inaugural video with Cadillac of Naperville. If you guys have other Cadillacs you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below and I will be sure to film them for you. And I'm very excited about this new relationship. But the other reason is the fact that the Escalade is very, very comfortable and I have tons of really cool, great features in here that I'm excited to share with you today. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zackpradel.com, where you can buy stickers like this retro sticker pack or big friggin' bottle sticker, both with free shipping. You could also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form, and you could read my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming before it comes out on the channel. But let's get back to that 6.2 liter V8 under the hood. Well, it makes 420 horsepower, which is fantastic. This is the upgraded engine that you would find in like the Chevy Tahoe, but it becomes standard here on the Escalade. There's no little 5.3 in these. This just gets the 6.2, and I absolutely love that. In terms of power, is this going to be a straight line demon? Not really, but you are going to have plenty of passing power. It makes about 460 foot-pounds of torque, so you're going to have that oomph, you're going to be able to tow, and you're going to be able to do pretty much anything you want in an Escalade, which is fantastic. I've always been a big fan of these 6.2 liters, and I hope they don't go away anytime soon. Like I said, paired to it, 10-speed automatic transmission. It's shifting nice and quiet. I don't even notice it when it does shift, which is fantastic. That's what I want to see out of a vehicle like this. Nice, quiet, calm, and collected, and that's all I can ask for. Last but not least, of course, the Escalade is four-wheel drive, and we'll talk about how to select that a little bit later on. With that out of the way, let's talk about the interior, because boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Well, in front of me, I have screens. This generation of Cadillac Escalade debuted in 2021 and offers this whole new driving experience. I really love it. I think it's very fresh and very modern. In front of me, I have a gauge cluster with my speedometer in the center, tachometer off to the bottom left, fuel to the bottom right, and some other information around there. But I can also switch this view to be a map for my navigation. I also have an augmented reality camera, of which will show me live my navigational points in real time and uses the front-facing camera for that. I also have night vision, which unfortunately only works at night, unlike in the Jeep Grand Cherokee L that works all throughout the day. This one only works at night, so I can't demo it here for you today. And then, of course, I do have my heads-up display options. I do have a heads-up display up above that digital gauge cluster, which I quite like. Moving on to the steering wheel, on the left, I have my cruise control options, heated steering wheel, pre-collision warning, as well as my advanced hearing settings. So the advanced hearing system is the microphone that is up above my head here, will actually project my voice into the back seats so everyone in the car can hear me. Off to the right of the steering wheel, I do have my skip track buttons, phone options, and music, as well as volume. Now, up at the top of the steering wheel, you get this nice, cool little bar. That is for the Super Cruise. This vehicle is equipped with Cadillac's Super Cruise system, which is a hands-free driving system that is only able to be used on highways. Cadillac has actually mapped out thousands of miles of highway for their hands-free driving system. So on the highway, you can drive hands-free. However, the Cadillac Escalade monitors your eyes, and as long as your eyes are facing forward, it will do the driving. But if you look away, sit on your cellular device, whatever it might be, it will cancel that system. I do have paddle shifters around the back of the steering wheel, and it does come wrapped in this very nice leather that I'm a big fan of. Off to the left, we do have my four-wheel drive settings for auto, 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low, as well as my mode button. So I have tour mode, sport, off-road, tow/haul, and my mode, which I can customize to be a mixture of any of those modes. I also get my air suspension settings. Down below that, we get the power parking brake and trailer brake adjustments, as well as the gauge dimmer switch. And on the door, I have my ventilated and heated seat options, lock and unlock, as well as my power mirrors, power windows, and memory seat options. Moving into the center, I won't harp on this too long, but this is the infotainment system of the Cadillac Escalade. Something I really like is that I get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I also get my controls for the rear climate, and I could choose my ambient lighting, but best of all, I can go over to my camera icons and look at a couple different camera views for the Cadillac Escalade. I think this is really important and a really, really useful safety technology that the Escalade offers. You can do it at low speeds or, of course, when parked. Down below all of that, I have my climate controls. I really like how subtle and modern these look. Of course, dual zone. Like I said, really enjoy this look. Moving on to the center console, off to the left, I have my auto holding brake, automatic start stop on and off, and my lane keep assist. Then I have the shifter itself. The shifter is shared with most Cadillac products these days, and I overall like it. Took a little bit of getting used to with the button on the side, however, not the end of the world. And then I have my volume knob and some controls for that center screen if you don't want to use the touchscreen functionality. I do have a selector dial and my hazard switch. Moving off to the right, I have a USB-C as well as a traditional USB, a little cubby, and I get cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the 2022 Cadillac Escalade, and fortunately enough, it passes in the rear cup holder. Down at the very bottom of the center console, you do have this little cubby, which if you put your phone into, nothing will happen. You have to give it a little extra push, and then it will actually wirelessly charge your phone, which is kind of cool. However, you do have to push it decently far down in there. I, of course, have a center console with 2 more USB ports, as well as my outlet switch and a 12-volt outlet. The outlet switch actually controls the rear wall outlet we'll talk about with the cargo space. It's nice, you can turn that on and off from the flick of a switch from the driver's seat. Speaking of the driver's seat, we have this nice, awesome, almost caramel interior. I absolutely love it. It is a $2,000 option for these nicer seats with the ventilation and such. I am very, very comfortable in here. However, speaking of seats, we do have 2 more rows of seating. So let's go do some backseat reviews. All right, so we're in the back of the 2022 Cadillac Escalade, and a couple of things to note back here. First of all, legroom, fantastic. Headroom, fantastic. You're buying an Escalade. It's going to be fantastic. This is the industry standard. I do have pop-out cup holders, which are really nice. I have my own climate controls back here. These seats are heated as well, which is fantastic. I get 2 USB-Cs as well as a rear outlet, which is really, really nice. It's a regular standard wall outlet for plugging whatever device or charger into. The seats themselves are pretty comfortable, and of course I do get to enjoy this beautiful skylight up above me. I don't know if this is a moonroof or sunroof. I don't really know the distinction. It stretches all the way from the front row through to the second row, and I absolutely love that. But speaking of rows, let's go hop into the third row and do a third row review. Did it work? All right, so we're in the third row of the Cadillac Escalade, and it's not fantastic for me. However, I can actually sit back here, and I'm way less cramped than like in a Kia Telluride or any other. Like, this is actually a really good 3-row SUV, and this actually isn't even the extended chassis. They make a Cadillac Escalade ESV, which basically means it's a little bit longer, and this isn't even that, and I'm actually sitting back here very comfortably. I do have USB chargers on either side over here, and that's pretty much it for amenities. These aren't the most plush seats in the world, but the most plush third row seat, probably, which is fantastic. Let's hop around back. We'll take a look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. So around the back of the Cadillac Escalade, yes, I can hit this twice to open up the rear tailgate, but I'm not gonna do that today. Reason for that is I wanna show off a couple of things. First of all, you press a button down here and you can actually open up the rear glass. Now you can look in here, and if you have a pet or something that might roll around, they're not gonna roll out of the vehicle. That's super nice. However, let's close this, and I want to open up the full tailgate. I reach down here, there's nothing down here. Well, that's the button. How cool is that? The logo's actually the button. Really, really cool. Once we are in here, we do have our AKG sound system back here, as well as this is the wall outlet I mentioned earlier. Fantastic. And we do have power folding seats for the second and third row. Look at that. And I can resuscitate it and bring it right back up as well. That also works for that. Down and power back up. A lot of companies will do power down. Not a lot of them do power back up. That is very, very unique for the Escalade, and I absolutely love that, especially with someone who has a history of family members having bad backs. I know it's going to come for me one day, and so I don't want to be reaching in and pulling. I can just hit this button, which is fantastic. I absolutely love that. Down below here, we do get a little bit of added storage, not much. I do think that this is a decent amount of storage space. However, like I mentioned with the ESV, the extended Escalade, you would get more for that. So if you really need more storage space than this, you can hop up to the ESV. Now we got to talk about the looks, and I do like the subtle, nice look of the Cadillac Escalade. The first one I did, a 2021, was in white. Now this is in black, and I really enjoy that contrast. As well as overall, I just think the Escalade has always had this very regal, very monumental look to it, and I really like the fact that they carried that on through to this generation. But now let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think of the 2022 Escalade? Well, I have a handful of thoughts, and honestly, they're all good. This car is so luxurious and so comfortable. I know I always end up yelling in my reviews. That's just the way I am, but I really don't have to. Driving it here has been quiet and comfortable. It has fantastic technology in here. I really do like this dual screen setup. I think it feels very fresh, very modern, and unlike the older generations of Escalades, which is nice. If I want to pay for a new car these days, I want it to feel new, and it 100% does. You know, time and time again, I really, really enjoy modern Cadillacs. I think in the late 2000s, they sort of lost their way a little bit, especially with the recession, but I can confidently say that Cadillac is back, baby. This still is a cornerstone of American luxury vehicles, and I would honestly say the capstone of American luxury vehicles. I like Lincolns, but this to me just feels so much nicer. This is the king of the castle when it comes to American luxury SUVs. This is it. This is the benchmark. This is the one. And I'm happy to see that Cadillac has kept that reputation up through the 2022 model year. Overall, I'm super happy with this Escalade, but I'm also super happy with Cadillac of Naperville. Huge thank you to them for letting me take out their 2022 Cadillac Escalade. I'm so excited to start working with them, and more specifically, Max Mdemare from Cadillac of Naperville. Max and I go way back. We've been friends since junior high, and I'm so happy to now be working with him in a more professional manner. He is absolutely awesome. He's super knowledgeable about these vehicles. Give him a call, contact him if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the product itself. He will be able to help you. He's been absolutely fantastic to work with. I'm excited to bring you more content from him. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.